names, and then I will ask you some questions. So if you have an English name, tell me your English name. If not, you can tell me your Chinese name. If there's something you cannot say in English because you don't know how to say it, you can say it in Chinese, but let's try to keep it in English, okay? Right, so what's your name?
Spencer.
Alright, yours?
Chuck.
Alright.
Kyle.
Kyle, alright. Nice. So, just want to ask you some things about yourselves. So first of all, how old are you? What is your major? Do you know what is major? Major is what you're studying here in university, okay? So if you don't know it in English in your student ID, it says it in English, okay? If you don't know, I can help you read it. And then what's your hometown? So maybe you're not from Taipei, maybe you're from Taoyuan, from Kaohsiung, I don't know. So you just tell me, where are you from in Taiwan? Alright, it's not where you live, but where you're from. Alright, so let's start here. How old are you?
19.
Okay, you say I am 19 years old.
Oh, I'm 19 years old.
I'm 19 years old.
Okay.
I'm 19 years old.
Alright, so what is your major?
My major is Department of Architecture.
Okay, so you just say architecture. Department of Architecture is the building.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I'm architecture too.
Cool.
What is your department? Or your
My
major?
major is architecture.
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 Texture. Yes. Okay?
I don't know what it means.
Okay, so do you have your student ID? Your student ID.
学生证.
Let me see. So right here, finance. So you say my major is finance.
My major is finance.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, now what is your hometown?
My hometown is Yilan.
Okay.
My hometown is Jiayi.
Okay.
My hometown is New Taipei City.
Alright, okay. So now the next question I want to ask you guys. Over here. Okay, so what are your names?
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Kai.
Kai, okay.
Judy.
What's that?
Judy.
Judy, okay. So I was just asking everybody some questions. So how old are you? How many years? You say I am, years. How many years?
20.
Okay, so I am 20 years old.
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, you?
I'm 19 years old.
Alright. And what do you study in university? What is your major? Architecture.
Architecture.
So you say my major is architecture.
My major is architecture.
Okay?
My
Major.
Major.
is architecture.
Okay. And what is your hometown? Where are you from in Taiwan? Are you from Taipei or are you from any other place in Taiwan?
I'm from Taoyuan.
Okay?
I'm from Taipei.
Taipei. Okay. Alright. So the next thing we will see is the year in university. So in Chinese, I know you do first, second, third year, and then fourth year. In English, we do it differently. We have names for them. First one, freshman. Second year is sophomore. Third year is junior. And the fourth year is senior. Okay, so you say I am a freshman if you're in the first year, I am a sophomore if you're in the second year, or you're a junior, you say I am a junior, third year, or fourth year, I am a senior. Okay, so which one are you? What year in university are you on? First year? Second year? Okay, so I am a freshman.
I am a freshman.
Okay?
I am a sophomore.
Mm-hmm.
I am a sophomore.
Okay.
I'm a sophomore.
I'm a sophomore.
Alright. Thanks. And the last question I will ask you here is, what do you like doing in your free time? Okay, so when you're not studying or working, what do you like doing? So think about that. Okay, so what do you like doing in your free time? So you have to answer, in my free time I like, and then the verb plus ing. So let's say that you like playing with your Xbox. It's playing, so ing with my Xbox. Okay, so whatever you're going to say has to have ing, because it's something that you do very often. It's a habit. Okay, so what do you like doing in your free time?
In my free time, I like watching movies.
Watching movies. Okay.
In my free time, I like sleeping.
Sleeping. Okay.
In my free time, I like playing basketball.
Mhm.
In my free time, I like sitting.
Sitting? Like
Yes.
sitting like
Yes.
this? Okay.
Yes. In my free time, I like sleeping.
Sleeping. Okay. All right. Alright, so we're going to watch all these videos and I will ask you some questions. And in the second hour, we're going to do a practice in groups, okay? You're going to write some stuff about everything we saw in the videos. Now, this first video is about teenagers reacting to Windows 95. Do you know what is Windows 95? Do you know what is Windows? This is Windows, right? This is Windows 10. There you go. Yeah, so that's Windows 10. Now, what do you think is Windows 95? What do you think it is? You think it's old or new?
Old.
It's really old. From what year? If it says Windows 95, from what year do you think it is? 1995. Okay, so that's Windows from 1995. Have any of you had been born?
No.
No? Okay. So this is the first Windows I used when I was a kid.
Okay, so we are now having you react to a video for this episode. so
I'm scared.
instead, you're reacting to this. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. It's Adele. Not the singer, but Adele.
I see these in like old libraries.
Are these the ones that take floppy disks inside?
The fact that the monitor is bigger than the actual computer itself, it says a lot.
I have no clue what year this is from, but I feel like this is before I was born.
We had one of these for a really short time, because then we finally upgraded.
Okay, like the first computer ever made?
The first one ever made would be the size of this room.
Okay. For me though, this is like the first computer ever made.
So have you ever used a computer like this? No? Really old, yeah? This is the first computer I used.
Be the size of this room.
Okay. For me though, this is like the first computer ever made.
So go ahead and turn on the computer.
Okay, it's been a while. I'm gonna go with the big button right here. Or not. Again. Oh, I have to hold it down. No, wait, what the heck? That's the monitor? No. Not what I think, right?
That's just the monitor.
Oh, shoot. My dad is gonna be so proud of me right now. Right here's the power. Okay. I know enough. The noises are very interesting. I don't think I've ever heard a computer make these sounds before in my life.
It's a lot louder. A lot more beeps.
Take your time, that do 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 do.
It's taking a while. You usually boot up, then you go get like your snack. And then once your snack is all done, then you come here and it's already done booting up.
Windows 95. Okay, that's a little bit before my time.
It's prehistoric. It really is. It's an old dinosaur.
Oh. Okay, so this operating system on this computer.
Okay, so you probably know iOS. You know iOS, right? That's for iPhones, right? Or if you use a MacBook, you have an iOS, right? So you know what is OS. What does it say there?
Operating system.
Operating system, right? So OS is operating system. So any device that you use, whether it's your cell phone, whether it's an iPad, it has an operating system. So if you don't use an iPhone, you have a what? You know what it's called? Android. You know Android, right? So that's the other one. So in this case, we're talking about the Windows operating system.
In many ways changed the face of desktop computing forever, and that was Windows 95.
Wow. 95 as in like 1995?
Have you ever heard of Windows 95?
I mean, I've never used it, but I've heard of it.
As a joke. Like I see a lot of things on the internet, it's like, Windows 95 sucks.
That was the one that really put them on the map, where when it really became a thing to have your own OS.
Those who know technology should know anything, something beyond the current. They need to know part of the past.
So generally speaking, what is different about how this looks compared to the computers today?
Okay, so take a look at how this looks like. This is what we call the desktop, right? This is desktop. Now, how different does it look? It looks very different, kind of. Okay, so the buttons look more modern, more futuristic, right? And then the start button here is different because this takes you here. Whereas here, you probably know this one, right? Start. It would just open up a few windows and then you would choose what you want.
Compared to the computers today.
This is where to start.
Everything looks so dull and ancient.
It looks almost exactly the same as like the Windows operating systems like nowadays, but they're just not as refined.
It seems more rough. The edges are more sharp. It's a little more impersonal. It's very blank. I feel like there's really nothing going on. Just Internet Explorer and Inbox and all this other stuff. Like the basic stuff.
Okay, so we're going to walk you through some of Windows 95.
Alright.
So look around at the applications. Do you recognize any of them?
Recycle bin. My computer, and that's it.
Okay, I know Recycle Bin. I know Internet Explorer.
But you got it, Internet Explorer. I can only assume that it's even worse than we think it is right now.
So let's go online through a 10-year-old browser and open it.
We can get online on this? I'm gonna double click.
It says Internet Explorer cannot open the internet site.
Oh gosh, I think I
Okay, so right now, what do we use to connect to the internet? Do you know? We use Wi-Fi, or we use the cable, which is ADSL, right? Now back then, that didn't exist. What we had was something called dial-up internet. Have you ever heard of this before? Dial-up internet. So dial-up internet, you needed to connect the cable from your telephone, not cell phone, from your actual telephone. And if you did this, you couldn't use your telephone, okay? You could either use your telephone or use the internet. And then it would make a very awful noise, and it would take a very long time to connect to the internet. And I think that the fastest you could go was probably something like this. Now we